Hello everybody, this is the Bad Gaming Channel and welcome. As usual, your host, the Bad 300, and I am here with Jenny Lee P and Water Kitty, who are the proud creators of the, what is this again? The Sci Pirate for the Exa pack?
Exploration module, I think is the term.
Yes.
There we go.
Hello, everybody.
And Chaos also helped us. Chaos Inertia. Hello, everyone. My official name is WaterCat1, by the way.
You can, whose Steam account can these be found under?
Should be able to be found under all three of us. Mostly me and Jenny, I think, have all our names under it. But Jenny has the collection.
Correct, yeah. The collection is under mine. That's Jenny Lee P. Then Jenny, capital J, capital L, capital P.
Okay, so the first thing we're looking at here is this, I do believe this is your rotating space station.
Yep.
So it's
Large
technically
ship,
a large ship. Now it has docks on the outside rings for both large ships, although they are having everything on here at once definitely was killing my FPS. Can you explain to me these? Well, two of these are fairly self-explanatory here. You got the shreddy grinders, which, yep.
So, we have a fighter called Raptor, a bomber, I don't want to actually try to pronounce that, it's a dinosaur name.
Archaeopteryx.
That one. So that's our fighter fleet. They're pretty nimble
What are
craft.
these two fighters directly in front of us?
You're looking at currently the one on the front here that I am hovering over is the bomber, which is the Archaeopteryx. And the fighter is just loaded with Gatling guns, and that is the Raptor.
Okay, this front one, it would be the missile, and I take it, okay, this has three
It has a
sets
Gatling gun on
each.
front, and then, yeah,
The
three sets of...
yeah, the reloadable missiles.
Correct. There's 6 reloadable missile pods, 3 on either wing. If you get into a situation where you might have to dogfight or protect yourself, there is one Gatling gun on the front that is connected to the conveyor, so it will reload.
Okay, now on the other side of this landing pad, if I can get her over here without crashing into it, is via this connector. That is where the carrier and the mothership connect up.
The carrier is the mothership. The cargo ship is the other one.
Or the cargo
so
ship,
larger
yeah.
ships that can't fit on the landing pads can connect onto the connector, or the watch out for thrust damage.
Okay,
Of course.
and then directly across from here you have the other set of landing pads with all the tri-sparks.
Yep. Oh, that one. You're over
Which,
that one.
those are the bigger welder grinder ships.
Yep. So you've got your normal Sparky and what is it? Sparky and Shredder. So they're just a set of 4 welders and grinders each, and they're just a simple ship. And then you've got the Tri-Variants, which are the same, except they now have a detachable wing on each side that can be detached and remote controlled to get into those tight spaces. That
Okay,
the
so
bigger
each one of these arms is a ship onto itself that is remote controllable.
Yep.
Correct. You can think of each one of the arms as just a simple remote controllable drone. So you've got the Tri-Shredder is, the Shredder craft, plus it has 2 disconnectable drones, and the same thing with the Sparky Welder, it has 2 disconnectable drones. Very useful.
Yes, I would say very much. And it looked like Chaos just joined us. I don't know if he's in chat with us or not. Okay.
And then
And what all is on the space station?
we also have miners. Where are you going, Bad?
Yeah, where would the miners be located? Oh, on the other
Where the
pad?
water pad is. I call it Hades. Hades Miner and Tri-Hades.
So we got the similar thing with the miners, where there's a base one that has a few drills on it, and then you have, and that's more of a surface skimmer because you can't really drill into the asteroid without clipping the wings. And then there's the Tri-Variant, which now has the drones on the wings, and it can actually comfortably dig tunnels. So there's that. And also, of course, detach the wings so that they can be used for individual digging of, I guess, tight spots if you ever feel the need.
which can come in very handy. And of course, on the back side of this pad is the other docking ring. Now, what all is the station? Just pretty much the standard. I'm taking it there's an assembler and refinery in it.
Yep. If you want to come inside, you can do a run around the ring. So, the ring design is with a spherical gravity generator, and well, there's two of them in the center, set onto repulse, so you can actually run around the ring. So
okay.
at the where the landing pads are, there's a medical bay, so you can respawn easily and grab a ship. And then each the other two sides, because there is this one's the storage end, so this will just have storage containers, and you can. There's obviously plenty of room to add more and more storage containers. And then
Yeah,
keep running.
lots of rooms.
Yeah.
The best part is the way the gravity is set up so that you can run around the whole ring, which I think is just the best part of the station.
And of course, having glass everywhere gives you full 360 visibility.
Yep. And when the station's just idling, it's quite good because the solar panels produce enough power to just have it idle. And then there's also a nuclear reactor in the center, so it has quite a bit of power.
Yes, I'd say so. Now let's go take a look at these large motherships.
Okay. There's also assemblers, arc reactors, and refineries here.
Yes, we just
need
got
to
to
see
a
them.
set of refineries.
Fully set up, outfitted, so anybody can come in and kind of survive and do what they gotta do.
And then I see you got spots in the middle for smaller ships to dock on too.
Yep.
Yes.
If you need a
For
refuel there,
refuel
you've got-
or... Okay, let's start over here with the Mother Dragon.
So this is our carrier. Chaos designed the major shape of this, and Jenny and I, well, mostly Chaos and Jenny did the details, and then I did a few other little details on it. So it
I was essentially in
effort.
charge of making all of the ships look similar. I came up with the base design for the fighters, and then my goal was to basically keep just everything looking similar, same sort of, layout, so everything kind of fit with the same look and feel.
Yeah, got a connector on top and then a place to dump your ore. Let's go inside. Start off with the driving area, which you have 4 extra seats plus the ability to steer the ship. And then we have a framework of catwalks and what is it, bombers on top, fighters on bottom?
That's it.
So all the bombers have their connector on the top, and then all the fighters have the connector on the bottom, and it works really well to park all of them in this one ship. There's actually enough room between each bomber and fighter to fly a ship through, so you don't need to reposition everything if you want to get out.
Essentially, any one fighter or bomber could undock and fly straight down the middle and not worry about hitting any of the other aircraft.
Oh, that works
To be
good.
honest, the hardest part of the flight is actually going in the mouth.
And you have a med bay in here. Well, with docking on bottom and top, at least you know where you got to dock your ship at. Now, what are we holding here? 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters, 4 bombers.
Yep.
Correct, 4 on either side, 8 total.
So
Plus,
this
you have
actually
to
would
park-
be a,
And you have to park these ships exactly for the connectors to connect.
and that would be Chaos. Everybody, he's a latecomer to this recording.
Chaos was definitely a big part of this ship. He came up with the overall concept and the shape, and of course the mouth in the front. Like, it would not have had a pretty cool ass mouth on the front to make it look like a dragon if it weren't for Chaos.
Yes, it does make it quite menacing. I've noticed that there's cameras located all over this ship.
That way, the captain or any of the crew could, keep an eye on what's going on where, either inside the hangars or out the front, back of the ship. That way, everybody can keep tabs on what's happening for operations.
Okay, and then we have the, I done screwed up the name once, the container ship,
Artemis.
which I know Water Kitty designed this.
So what I did is I had the Mother Dragon carrier there, and I parked it next to where I was building, and I'm like, alright, this is the design, and built this. for a cargo. So I started with the cargo containers. It was going to be the centre of the ship, but it changed to be the side, and I'm actually quite happy with the result. So it's just got 10 large cargo containers, and each pod on each side can be detached and remote controlled, so you can actually detach them, park them, or swap your cargo, or whatever you want to do. And it's just a kind of nimble cargo ship, no weapons or anything. So nice and simple.
Now this appears to be two-person, driver, passenger.
Yeah, if you want. I would fit more passenger seats in there if I could, but it's a small cockpit, unfortunately.
And then tell us about the special connector you got back here.
Well, since it's a cargo ship, I don't want the reactor to start eating up all the uranium you're transporting. So the reactor actually exists on a separate system to the rest of the cargo. So the cargo on each pod actually connects to each other, so you can move it through anything, and also the top and bottom front connectors to the outside. And then this connector here separates the system to the reactor, and then there's another connector on the outside just to put into the reactor. And so if you want to move some uranium around, then you can turn on the connectors here and put some uranium in the reactor.
That works well.
That way it won't gobble up all the uranium. It's a smart design.
Thank you.
Okay, what is this? Lower
That's the
exit?
front door.
Which, of course, again, is a dragon's mouth.
This one breathes fire.
That one breathes fire, huh?
Had to keep the theme going, of course.
Technically, it does with the thrusters. Now, what is this station here, which actually technically would be a large ship?
So that's just an outpost. That was actually the first thing I designed. And it just sits around the asteroid and it spins as well. And it's just got 2 Gatling guns and 2 missile launchers. Gravity gens, so you can run around the whole thing. And gyroscopes are what makes it spin. So it's just a quick outpost, really. Got guns, got bullets.
That works well. Early warning system.
Yes, and
Now,
it can be upgraded to have more if you wanted to.
As far as driving either of the larger ships, how is their maneuverability?
What you'd expect from such a large ship. They're a bit more maneuverable, I think, actually, than what you would expect. The Dragon has a lot of gyroscopes, and it's still a little bit slow sometimes, but it is a large ship, and the cargo should be quite nimble with its
Yeah, I think
thrusters.
for the most part, we tend to go for a bit of realism. So the Dragon it's a big, heavy ship. So I mean, it should feel like a big, heavy ship when it turns. So it's kind of what we went for when we put in the gyros. But it does handle fairly well for a ship of that size.
And I just noticed you actually have the light set up on a pulsating timer. So it's like the landing lights.
Yes,
Yep,
indeed.
it took a bit of calculations and changes. And
You guys want to one person
Probably
grab
not.
a fighter, one person grab a bomber, and show us exit and entry?
all right then.
I can grab a fighter. Well, I'll grab a bomber. Somebody was just in one, but that's fine. Yes.
Yeah,
I'll
Chaos
grab
was
a
in
bomber.
the fighter, I do believe.
It
Alright.
takes a bit of a, precision flying. Alright, so
Look, there you go. See, I'm not actually that.
looks like all the gyros are off.
A little bit of uncoordinated flying, but
I'm a
This
terrible
army
flyer.
just lost.
Yes, I am
Yeah,
clearly
boom.
just a designer. I am not actually a pilot here. That is how not to. I mean, there was still plenty of room for me to fly out. I just am very bad at driving.
well, I don't
Who's
think it helps
spinning
that
the main.
Chaos is
station?
in there spinning the ship either.
I believe Chaos is trying to make it difficult for us to, reload.
We are making a video here, Chaos.
I threw at high speed. No, I'm not slowing down. I don't care.
Oh!
Well, almost.
You went out the front way. Oh, it is very hard to get through the teeth. That separates the good pilots from the bad.
Yep. I guess that would determine who is your good pilots and who's your bad pilots.
For sure. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad.
Well, there you go. That was my re-entry. I did far better than my exit.
Yes, you did.
Just gonna
And
redock.
with a little bit of docking practice, this would be wouldn't be too bad to do.
There we go. I'll redock.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks to our guest for all their hard work on this exploration pack. Again, you can get that on Steam. I will try to remember to leave links down below, and we will catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.
Then take it easy. Put these on HUD just so I can figure out which one's which. It's gonna be a whole lot. Disconnect.